happened? No! Hey everyone, you're probably wondering why I'm at my desk with a bunch of Xbox 360 games. See, after my run-in with the Intergalactic Virginity Police Department, Dior, the maker of doors in the future, repossessed my green screen. And the only way to get it back is by getting one more virginity point on my V-card. So that's why I have Xbox 360 games on my desk. I'm gonna get trampled by them.
After the release of Microsoft's first step into the gaming world, the original Xbox, Microsoft felt a need to release a new console. But what would it be called?
Xbox 2? Damn it, I had money on that name. I was gonna name my child after it. It's its middle name, trust me.
Name choice aside, the original Xbox was viewed as being far too bulky compared to Nintendo's Wii and GameCube or Sony's PlayStations 2 and 3. There had to be a major redesign to the system, a slimmer, more modern look, and that's exactly what we got, but not without an issue.
See, by pushing together parts of the Xbox 360 into a smaller design that they probably weren't made for, the console was easily at risk of breaking. If you just so happened to drop something just a little bit too heavy, like a Luke Skywalker Funko Pop holding Grogu, the console would break, displaying a red ring around the start button to the console and creating a public fear of rings besides marriage, with the Red Ring of Death.
After so many reports of the Red Ring of Death, Xbox chose to re-release the console with a new design. No, returning to the bulky, more secure design of the original Xbox, the Xbox 360E had the console with a overall better design, but not quite as modern as the first design of the Xbox 360. However, for those who wanted a fancier Xbox 360, there also existed the Xbox 360S, with a much slimmer version of the original Xbox 360 design, made to prolong the lifespan of the Xbox, as well as make the system smaller overall, to compete with the PlayStation Slim. Now, if you want to get even fancier, you get a special edition console.
With the release of any popular game on the Xbox 360, Xbox would make a special edition Xbox 360 specifically for the game. Halo 3, Halo 4, The Simpsons Movie, Modern Warfare 3, R2-D2, C-3PO, Halo Reach, Gears of War, and the elusive blue Xbox 360, featuring a beautiful blue on the outside, 500 gigabytes of storage, which is still a lot even now, and all the classic Xbox green now replaced with blue. Typically, these were to promote a game or product, but they still serve as some of the coolest and most historic parts of video games. Special edition consoles will always be cool to some degree, as long as their designs aren't horrible. But Xbox 360 did a great job, I'm just saying.
But when it comes to the console wars, Nintendo had the Wii and its fully prevalent motion controls. PlayStation had their suspicious-looking motion controls, and even experimented with motion controls with the PlayStation 2 and its iToy. So, what was the Xbox's response?
Garbage.
Introducing the Kinect for the Xbox 360, the moment I found out paradise had been lost. Rather than having a remote that tracks where you aim it, you are the remote. In theory, this idea was huge for the industry. Not only does it make you have to get up and play the game rather than sitting around and flicking the Wiimotes in the air, but in practice, the Kinect was incredibly difficult to use. First, you have to clear out a large amount of space.
And for those in small apartments or small rooms, yup.
Then, set up the Kinect at a height where you're easily visible to it. Then, put in your game and start playing it. But what makes it so bad? Simple. The fact that the Kinect may not perfectly read your movements. Oh, you jumped? Yeah, you jumped a little too high for the Kinect, so it didn't see it. Oh, you moved to the left? Yeah, well, not enough. However, despite its poor functionality, the Kinect produced some amazing games, such as Kinect Star Wars, Wipeout 1, 2, 3, Just Dance, Puss in Boots, and even...
But what made the console so incredible was the controller. Here I have my non-Power A Xbox 360 controller. But before we start dissecting what made this controller so good, we first need to talk about the origins of Xbox controllers, specifically the original Xbox controller.
It sucks. What the fuck? Big ass logo, in case it wasn't obvious what console you were playing on before. Select and start buttons way at the bottom. The smallest thumb grips on the joysticks. The funniest looking D-pad I've ever seen. Triggers so far down on the back of the controller. And worst of all, jelly bean buttons. And it's boxy. I didn't ask for a controller loaded in the Nintendo 64. It reeks.
And now for how Paradise was regained. Shit, it's an Xbox 360 controller, look at that. Smaller logo towards the top with a sleek design to it. Start and select buttons on either side of the logo. Larger and wider thumb grips on the joysticks. Large, easy to press buttons that are circular. The controller itself is smoother, and triggers with shoulder buttons are at the top of the controller. It feels very much like a fidget tool.
But we can't forget the absolutely massive catalog of games that can be found on the Xbox. 2,155 in total, ranging from sports, western, Lego, Star Wars, Connect, shooter, zombie, space, stealth, toys to life, co-op, single player, online co-op, online single player, racing, football, adventure, building, simulator, not Connect adventures, historical, fighter, fantasy, RPGs, and more. Not to mention the fact that the console itself could also play movies, making its usability immensely larger than just games.
Ah, you seem to have caught me while I was reading how Paradise was regained using an Xbox 360 controller. I'm not biblical, by the way. It's a good book. Especially the part where the Xbox 360 controller comes in. The Xbox 360 is by far one of the best game consoles ever. Especially after the incredibly large and boxy design of the dumpster fire that was the original Xbox, with the exception of its games, because a lot of the games there were incredible and are memorable even to now. I mean, just look at Halo, ranging from its disastrous beginnings with the original design and the unfortunate red ring of death, to its nice modern design and its meh motion controls, and its amazing controller design. The Xbox 360 is a magnificent roller coaster of a game console with an incredible list of titles available on it.